guys, welcome back. Today is Adam X Fallen Angel Listener. And so I have some concept art that I did, and I know I've been gone for a while. And I apologize, I've had a really tough art block and writing block, so it's just been really stressful for me lately. And anyways, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day or night, whichever one it is for you. And yeah, let's get into the story that you've all been waiting for. Sarah, wait, you can't do this. You have to hear me out. You have to listen to me, please. You struggled against the exorcist grip as you tried to free yourself from their grasp. Sarah looked at you with no mercy in her eyes. Wyan, I warned you about this. I warned you so many times, and now you've left me with no choice but to send you down to hell. You're being casted out of here. Your reckless actions have been nothing but useless here. I need to protect my people, and you are ruining that chance. So I must do what I need to protect the people of heaven. You felt so lost, so hopeless. You had brought many ideas to the table, but you never knew these ideas would cast you down straight into the pit of forever fire, a place where you didn't belong to be. As you fell into the fiery pits of hell, you looked up to see heaven. You looked away quickly. You couldn't even help but think of how awful that was, how cruel. Were angels really angels? Or if you're a good angel, you fall, or if you act good enough, you still can't even live up to their high expectations? You couldn't help but think, you still had your wings, you could fly back up, but you knew they wouldn't let you back in. You knew the gates were your locking point. Unless... Bingo! You found your way out. You knew how to get back into the heavenly gates. You saw your way in. Your savior was the exorcist army that was coming down to hell to slaughter sinners left and right. This was your chance to escape and get back into heaven without being questioned. As you stumbled back up from the ground after your hard fall, you knew exactly what to do. You looked around for a bit and saw an angelic weapon, an angelic pocket knife, right on the ground. Bingo. This was your way. But you knew something that not many people were really aware of, but you know angels weren't that good at fighting. You've seen them. You would think that they would fight better, but they fight pretty reckless. So what if you just use their own weapon against them? It can't be that much damage. Just a little thing until they regenerate or something. Right? Well, you were about to discover something completely inevitable. As you snuck up behind the angelic angel, you froze upon the scene. They were about to kill a sinner. Your body moved before you could even think, and you stabbed the exorcist with the pocket knife. And as you pulled back, the exorcist fell to the ground, lifeless. You saw their soul rise up and then disappear. You looked at the sinner, and the sinner looked at you. And then you oh my god, I'm so sorry. You lunged yourself at the sinner and killed them too. You couldn't have any evidence left behind. Nobody could know what you just figured out. As the angelic exorcist laid flat on the ground, you quickly took their armor and used it as a disguise. As you placed it on, you looked at yourself through the blade of the knife that you had taken out of the neck of the sinner. And you couldn't even recognize yourself, but you could still tell it was you. This wasn't acceptable. You needed to hide who you were. You managed to figure out a place where to hide the bodies, so nobody would suspect that an exorcist had died. A sinner, you left the body there. It was normal for sinners to be left on the ground during extermination. You're getting completely dressed. You decided that you needed to hide your bright halo and dye it a different color. You knew from the exorcists that you saw, their halos were black and not golden. And you didn't need to wear contacts because, well, your eyes were already gold, so that was easy enough to pass. It was just your halo that was the most concern. You looked left and right, and you found some black ink at a shop. And you got a cute little cauldron bowl of black ink. They said it was for free because they thought you were cute. As soon as you got out of the shop, you sat down and started painting away at your halo. You continued to paint your halo. You looked up and saw heaven. You now had determination on your face as you looked at the exorcist outfit displayed in front of you as you continued to paint your halo. You took a deep breath. You knew what you were doing wasn't that of pure heart, but it was that of evil. But you still needed to get your way back into heaven. So you continued to paint. And obviously you had taken the exorcist spear, I think that's what it was. You placed it next to the outfit prior, and you still had the pocket knife on you just in case. But when you looked up to the heavenly gates, you remembered how they threw you away like you were chance. They didn't even give you a second chance. They didn't even look you in the eyes a second time. Sarah, whom you thought you could trust, just threw you away. You were concerned for heaven's sake. So, you needed to get your revenge. You needed to get your ideas out. Because if you didn't, you knew something tragic was going to happen. You finished placing on your halo. You got into your disguise and placed the spear behind your back. And now, you were an exorcist. You couldn't look yourself the same anymore. You were different now. You were way different. Then you took flight. But wait, you quickly went back down and used some of the black ink that you had left and painted your wings. You needed to blend in with the other exorcist, or else your story wasn't going to be believable. But painting them wasn't enough. You needed to cut them. But you didn't want to harm your wings. So you used a tiny bit of your angelic magic that you had left and used it to disguise your wings. Then you were ready to take flight. As you placed the mask on, you took flight into the portal as exorcists were now leaving because it was over. You were ready for this new beginning, but you couldn't help but sigh at the fact that you were actually crazy enough to do this. Were you going to get caught? What was going to happen? But you knew you needed to change your voice and act like this exorcist that was once before you was still here, just different enough. You realize you should have probably done more research on the person before you kind of murdered them, but oh well, you were just going to have to wing it. At this point, you didn't have time because the amount of time that it took you to paint your halo, paint your wings, kill the exorcist, kill the sinner, it took quite some time. So by the time you were done, you were already heading back. And the other exorcist didn't even bat an eye. Then you found yourself in the area where the exorcist hung out. They started to remove their mask, and you were unsure, so you did the same. As you removed it, a familiar voice walked up to you angrily, seemingly pissed off. "What the hell are you doing?" "Lottie, why the hell is your hair so long?" you had now realized that all the exorcist hair had been short, and you were the only one with long hair. And now you didn't know what to do, or how to explain it. You didn't even know what Lottie sounded like besides her screams after being kind of murdered by you. Before you could even speak, Lute continued, I can't believe you're this crazy. I don't understand why you never took off your mask, but now are you trying to seduce somebody? I don't understand what kind of foolishness this is. For this, I am going to... Yo, chill. Chillax, Lute. Fuck. Sup, oh, damn. Lottie, you kinda hot. I mean, anyways. You wanna fuck later? Adam? Oh, sup, Lute. Lottie, you got some nice hair. I think the hair makes you more attractive. Lute was burning in rage. So, what's the problem here? Adam, she isn't following up to dress code. She's not supposed to have long hair. Lottie. I said let her keep it. Makes her look sexy. I wonder what she looks like on the battlefield. Adam. Hey, I'm the commander here, Lute. You listen to me. And you're going to listen that I say she gets to keep those luscious locks. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab some ribs. You wanna come with me, Lottie? You looked at him. Lottie was your new name, you guessed, but YN was who you were. YN was your name, not Lottie. Yeah, sure. I would love to. Alright, bet. You saw a side of Adam you had never seen before. You seem not so narcissistic, but in a way he was still narcissistic, and you went with him, and Lute didn't even bother to follow. She needed her revenge. You were trying to take Adam away from her. After working so hard to the position she was in, it's getting taken away from her. Now, she was boiling up a plan to get rid of you. For good. As you walked with Adam, he talked to you about himself. But you didn't seem to mind. You took mental notes of what he talked about. Because, well, you had never really spoken to Adam before. You never really needed to. I mean, there was a few times, but other than that, you really didn't associate yourself with other exorcists. You knew about the others, and you would occasionally talk to them, but never like this, not personally. So you took some notes in your head. As you made it to Adam's favorite rib place. Oh my god. As you made it to Adam's favorite I'm sorry, guys. As you made it to Adam's favorite rib place, you both took a seat at the table. Obviously, this was heaven. Of course, you could just sit down wherever the hell you wanted. You acted polite. You acted calm. You acted normal. Adam liked the way how you didn't treat him like some higher power or some low commander. You treated him like a human. Then the bill came out. You know. You looked at the angelic bill and saw no price? You looked at him confused, and Adam looked at you. Nah, they know me. So, like, free of charge, you know? So, you want equality, right? Well, at least you're not one of those fucking chicks that want equality and won't pay for the bill. You know, I fucking hate those bitches. Weeks passed, and you were still keeping up with this disguise. And Adam and Lute drifted away. Lute kept trying to sabotage you, but nothing worked. Nothing ever worked. It was starting to frustrate her. Very much so. Then the court meeting came, and Lute was insistent on going with Adam. And she even tried to threaten you. But Adam didn't let her go and let you go. So you were in part of the songs. Not Lute, you completely replaced her, which made her blood boil even more. As you got to know Adam more and more throughout the days, and you slowly replacing Lute, but now it was more rapid. It was like immediately. Now Lute was just another exorcist to Adam. Adam brought up the idea one day over dinner. It had now been like a couple months since he had first shown up, well, the new you has shown up as an exorcist. And he brought up the idea that you be his second in command. You were shocked. He wanted you to be his lieutenant? Adam, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. I mean, Lute is your lieutenant, right? You know, lieutenant, you know? I thought you would want her, not me. I'm not that good, but shh, babe, chill out. Come on. Like, I mean, sure, Lute is pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. But I just don't know. She seems a bit crazy. Don't tell her I said that. She's gonna try to beat my ass, but she can't because I'm the fucking best. Anyways, so I'm thinking about promoting you because I don't know. I think we'd make a better team, you know? I'm done running this shit solo or part duet, you know? So I'm gonna roll with you. Really? Yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's fucking do it. Alright then. Let's do it. You were convinced to be the lieutenant, although a small part of you felt guilty. You felt guilty that you were just gonna leave Lute in the dust. She was gonna be left with nothing. You didn't want her to be left with nothing. You knew her blood was gonna boil even more. Then Adam broke the news to her. You stayed by a corner as you watched it go down. There was yelling, screaming, arguing, then all silent. You saw Lute with a hint of vulnerability. She was always strong, same like Adam, narcissistic, never showed a soft side, but she had tears in her eyes. The words that you could make out was, Adam, you, I can't believe you. I thought we were in this together. But I guess not. Fine. Go take Lottie. I don't care. Just leave me alone. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. You saw her rush away. Maybe you should turn down Adam. Maybe. But then would you just see it as a cool joke? You walked away. You didn't want anything to do with it. But then all of a sudden, as you continued walking, you felt someone pull you away. Thankfully, nobody was looking. It was Lute. You fucking bitch, I can't fucking believe you. You took everything from me. So, I'm going to take your life. She raised her exorcist blade towards you. You were done for. You were once a fallen angel, then an exorcist that lied. Then now, you were about to be killed. But then all of a sudden, before Lute could stab you, and before you could even think of a self-defense mechanism, you both heard a loud bang. You and Lute looked at each other. Fine, you're off this time. She shoved you to the ground as you fell to your knees. And you both took a peek out of the alley to see something you never thought you would see. As you guys got closer and closer, you guys realized something more was behind heaven. It was like everything was frozen in place. You walked towards the commotion with Lute to find Sarah and Emily, the elder angels, arguing, and Adam. You two looked at each other, and both of you decided to work together and try to figure out what the hell was going on in that room. They seemed to all have been arguing. Sarah looked at Emily. Emily, if Charlie doesn't have proof, we cannot redeem sinners. You need to let me focus on this by myself. I don't want to get you involved. Sarah, you've been lying to me for who knows how long. You're not my mother. I should be involved in this too. I'm a seraphim too, you know. And why won't you even tell me about what happened to YN? YN was a similar ranking to us. What happened to her? What happened to them? Sarah looked away. Adam looked at Sarah. You know, I never really knew YN that much, but YN and Emily were hella close friends. YN was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, but what the hell happened? Sarah looked at both of them, trying to calm herself down. Listen, the two of you don't have any business in knowing what happened to YN. For all I know, YN must have... Fine. YN's down in hell. I threw her out. Her actions were way too reckless. She was nonsense. She could have affected heaven's status. You and Lute looked at each other. You continued to eavesdrop because obviously, drama. You threw YN down into hell. So you did the same thing you did with fucking Lucifer? Okay, I get it. Lucifer was a total dick. Still hate him to this fucking day, and I can't wait for the next extermination so I can fucking slaughter all those fucking cunts. But anyways, you know, YN wasn't that bad. YN was actually pretty decent sized. I say we go down there and get her. No, we must not. Now she is a pathetic demon that lies there in hell. Sarah. Sarah immediately covered her mouth, as her eyes were in horror as she had just said that in front of Emily, her sister. I can't believe you. I can't even think of how I looked up to you, of how I, your sister, thought you were someone good. Ew, I can't even call you my sister anymore. You're like a person I didn't even know existed. Come on, Adam. Let's go. You and Lute backed away. You two saw that heaven was breaking. You looked at Lute. I think one thing we can agree on is Sarah's destroying heaven. You need conflict to live a good world. Without conflict, then what do you have? Lute looked down at the ground. I've never seen Emily so vulnerable before. Ever so. You know what? I still fucking hate you for taking everything from me. But I'll let it go for now. You can have Adam. I don't care. I'm gonna go. You watched Lute walk away. Then you decided to act like everything was fine. Like everything was normal. The days passed on since you had heard about the incident, and Sarah's state seemed to get worse. Emily wouldn't even look Sarah in the eyes anymore. She avoided her at all costs and started hanging out with the exorcist, even though Emily didn't agree with killing sinners because they were innocent souls. She could only find comfort in those that she could trust. Emily knew or the exorcist were only doing their job. The fact that Sarah even allowed this, it wasn't very holy of her. And the fact in that courtroom she told Emily that she could fall with her reckless actions, like you did, made her even hate her sister. Adam told you about what happened, and you acted like you didn't hear a thing. So that's what fucking happened. I can't believe they threw fucking White and out. You know, Lieutenant. You looked at Adam curiously. But still guilt trailed your voice. You were hiding so much. You know, we've been talking for a while now, and I was wondering, do you want to maybe start dating? I mean, you're kind of always there for me. You put up with my behavior. I mean, I'll give it a shot. You quickly looked away. Adam still had his mask, and obviously never seen him with it off, but you weren't sure if you would commit to this. Who was behind that mask? Adam, I really like you. I really, really do. But I don't think you want to be with me. Why not? You're hot, you're smart, you have a great fucking personality. I mean, totally my fucking type. I mean, yeah, let's give it a fucking shot. Adam, you're not gonna like me, but I'm not who you think I am. I'm not an exorcist. It's me. YN. After Sarah threw me down to hell, I saw my opportunity to escape because that was the same day of the extermination. The day he saw me without the mask. I killed an exorcist and also killed a sinner. I don't think you want to be with me, and I understand if you want to throw me down to hell too. I deserve it. I definitely... Adam cut you off as you looked at him, tears flowing through your eyes. I can't believe you, Ryan. She thought you were Lottie. I should be really fucking mad at you, and I fucking am, but how the fuck did you kill an exorcist? An angelic weapon, sir. Don't call me sir. You're fine to call me Adam, but... Wait, why are you getting up? He asked quickly as you got up. I don't think I should be here. I need to go. Wait, hold on. You can't just leave me like this. Adam, I love you. I really do, but I'm a fallen angel. I'm not worthy of your love. Adam looked at you. But I don't give a fuck what your name is. I don't care. But I know you from what we've spent together. Was that you, or was that just another fucking act? Tears in Adam's eyes? You were genuinely confused. Oh, so you're faking that too? So the person that I fucking fell in love with was just a fucking lie? I can't fucking believe you. To think that I actually had feelings for you. To think that I fucking fell in love with you. I can't even look you in the eyes anymore. Maybe you did deserve to be a fucking fallen angel. You weren't worthy of my love. maybe I wasn't worthy of yours. Adam stormed off with tears in his eyes, but obviously couldn't see them towards Max. In the tone of voice, you could tell he was upset. But before he fully stormed off, he looked at you. You can stay at the place. I don't want to talk to you. He walked off. He was letting you stay in heaven, but why would he do that? It was confusing. As the time passed by, you didn't really know what to do anymore. Didn't know what to think. It was so hard. You could think about Adam. You brushed it off and didn't go to any of the exorcist meetings. You just were stuck in your angelic room until you got a message. It was Lute. She needed your help. Put down your gear and get down there. Did she know about you or what? You quickly placed on your gear as you had stole from Lottie that you had murdered, and you went down to where the area where you guys went before exterminations. The portal was still open as you jumped through. As your wings spread out and the portal closed behind you before it reopened again, you looked down and saw the war. You were shocked. Then you saw Nifty about to pounce onto Adam. You pushed Adam out of the way as you launched yourself into the ground, and you got stabbed over and over again by Nifty. Your golden blood spilled out everywhere as Adam looked at you in shock. You looked at him. I know you can't forgive me, but the sacrifice was worth it. You closed your eyes and fell to the ground. Adam rushed over to you, shaking your body. Lute didn't say anything. Her eyes just darkened and looked at everybody. Charlie and everybody else. Lute went up to them and pointed her angelic spear at them. All of you dug yourself a big fucking hole. You might have gotten away with this, but don't you dare think that this is over. Because it isn't over. It's long gone for over. This just proves that your kind is filth and has no place in heaven. She said, before looking back at you, and Adam seemed desperate. This was the first time you had seen him with his mask off. Well, barely, before you passed out. You woke up and found yourself in a hospital? Maybe? You couldn't tell. But when you woke up, there was nobody in sight. Then Adam walked in, and your eyes locked at each other, and he smiled. Look, I know I was a fucking dick, and you didn't deserve to talk like that, but you did fucking, save my life. Thank God we were able to save you with the doctors, but are you still willing to be my girlfriend? I know, Lion. I know what you did. I know everything now, but I'm still willing to give you a fighting chance. So, Wyan, Ellen, would you be my fallen angel? And do me the honors of looking through a new perspective and being my girlfriend? You looked at Adam in shock. And then you gave your reply. So much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or night, whichever one it is for you. And I hope you enjoyed the little concept art that I did. And yeah, so the next video I'm going to be doing is My Hero Academia. because of the current ending of the series. So let me know in the comments down below which My Hero Academia character you want me to do, and let's see what you guys come up with. See y'all next time. Bye bye.